if somebody was to say it to me constantly, Adam do this, Adam do that, Adam, 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 I'm going to begin to resent my name. Okay? A dog's name has to have a positive association to it. Okay? It has to, because that's the name you use when you're doing recall. Hey guys, Adam from Southend Dog Training. Today is episode 6 of Common Dog Training Mistakes. This episode we're going to discuss abusing your dog's name. Okay. Yesterday I posted a video of me doing a little messing around with Daisy. In that video I purposely make a common mistake that I see used often in dog training. Okay. So very quickly I'm just going to post the video for you to watch one more time, and then we're going to discuss how abusing the dog's name can actually go against you in dog training. Daisy down, Daisy sit, Daisy down, Daisy sit, switch, good, sit, Daisy down, yes, Daisy sit, Daisy good, Daisy down, Daisy sit, sit. Just made my hand really slobbery. Daisy hit. Yes. Daisy down. Yeah. Right, so you just watched the video again. It's the same video I posted yesterday. And by the way, I'd just like to thank everyone who commented, got involved, tried to work out the mistake. Some people got it right. Some people made some very interesting points that will be topics of other future videos. But the mistake we was looking for is abusing your dog's name. Okay? And this is why it can go against you. In the video, every time I give Daisy a command, I'm going Daisy come, Daisy down, Daisy sit, Daisy heel, Daisy switch, Daisy good. I'm basically abusing her name. Okay. A dog's name is most commonly associated with a recall. Okay. You teach the dogs a name, it gets their attention, you teach them to come to you. Okay. So when they hear their name, their natural response is to come towards you. So if you're doing any sort of duration work, say you got your dog in the down, right, and the dog looks like it might break that down, and you go Daisy down, the chances are you're actually more likely to make the dog actually break that position than actually reinforce that position. And I see it when owners use a dog's name, you can see the little twitch in their back legs where they're anticipating they're going to be called. Okay. So using the dog's name when it's not necessary will actually go against you in dog training. The other thing why it can go against you is it becomes nagging. Daisy, 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 Daisy. And look at it from your standpoint, guys. Okay, I'm a dad. Okay, and I've got 3 young children. Okay, the youngest are 2 and 3. Right. Constantly all I'm hearing is daddy, 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 daddy. And sometimes, and parents will understand this, sometimes it just gets a bit much. You think, right, I need to change my name, daddy's not here. It can grate on you. So if you're constantly going to your dog using your dog's name, Daisy, 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 Daisy. By the way, Daisy's an example of this video. Daisy, 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 Daisy. It's gonna get annoying. Okay, if somebody was to say it to me constantly, Adam do this, Adam do that, Adam, 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 I'm going to begin to resent my name. Okay, a dog's name has to have a positive association to it. Okay, it has to, because that's the name you use when you're doing a recall. Okay, for the best part, the dog doesn't understand that that is their name. For instance, Daisy doesn't go into a dog park and go, "Hey guys, my name's Daisy." Daisy just knows that when she hears her name, there's a certain response attached to it. Okay, so it has to have a positive association to it. And it brings me to the final and most important point of abusing your dog's name, is using your dog's name to discipline them. I see this a lot. The dog's doing something wrong, and again, we're going to use Daisy as an example. I don't do this. I'm just using the dog's name as an example. Daisy, no. Daisy, stop it. Daisy, enough. All of that, right? If you're using your dog's name in a negative context, the dog isn't going to have a positive association to it, which means when you come to do recall training, when you need your dog's attention, they're more likely to ignore it, okay? And the people that abuse their dog's name, they often are the ones that don't have the best recall in the world, because the dog is getting sick and tired of their name, or it has a negative association attached to it, okay? So be careful when you're training your dog that you're not abusing their name, okay? You use the name to get their attention, but if you're doing, for instance, the session that I was doing with Daisy, she knows I'm talking to her. It's just me and Daisy in a room, okay? I don't have to relate Daisy after everything I ask her to do. And that's what you're going to see in the video at the end of this, when I then do the video the correct way. You need to be very careful about when you're using your name, because sometimes it can go against you. The dog's name has to elicit a very, very positive response. Okay, so we got Rocks, yeah! We got little Rocks. I didn't even have to say come, okay, because with a dog, a recall is most commonly attached to the name. Okay, so her natural response, Rocks, when she hears her name, is to do that. Okay, so if I'm doing any sort of obedience with her, if, for instance, I put her in a down and she looks like she's, and I go, Roxy, down, she's actually more likely to break her position, because you see how she reacts when she hears her name. Okay, so there's a time and a place to use your dog's name, but you always want a positive association attached to that name. You never want to use a dog's name when you're disciplining the dog, ever. Affirm, no, stop it, enough, whatever it is, your word that indicates the dog's doing something undesired, but you don't want to use their name, okay? Because if you find yourself using the dog's name in a negative context more than a positive context, you're going to have some serious issues with your recall, okay? And even if the dog does listen to you, you're not going to get the positive response you're looking for. So just be very careful. We got Roxy up here. Rox, yep, yes. That's what you want. You want that animation, okay? And the reason I've got that animation is because her name is purely associated with a positive thing. I don't abuse it. It's not Roxy this, Roxy that, Roxy this, Roxy down, Roxy no, Roxy sit, Roxy heel. Okay, Roxy knows I'm talking to her. I use her name first of all to get her attention, and then I stop using her name. Okay, when I use her name, there has to be a positive association attached to it. Okay, so if you've got a dog that's got an iffy recall, if you've got a dog with poor obedience, ask yourself, are you using their name in a negative context more than you're using it in a positive context? Look at it from your standpoint. If somebody was to use your name constantly, over and over and over and over again, it would become nagging. And you know how you respond to nagging, it'll be no different to a dog, okay? The name has to have a positive association attached to it. Do not abuse your dog's name. Use the dog's name when you want to recall them. Use the dog's name when you want their attention. But once you have that attention, once you're engaged with that dog, then stop using their name, okay? They know you're talking to her. For instance, it's just me and Roxy now, okay? I could use a name or I could not use a name. Come! Yes! Because Roxy knows I'm talking to her, so I don't have to continually say her name. Does that make sense, guys? Okay, so this was episode 6 of common mistakes in dog training, and it's abusing your dog's name. Be very careful when you use your dog's name in situations. Okay, make sure when you're using it there's a positive association attached to it, never a negative association. Make sure you're not nagging. Make sure you're doing obedience with your dog. The dog knows you're talking to him, so don't constantly repeat the dog's name during that time. Okay, and I'm going to post a video in a little while from my training class. Okay, it'll either be after this one or before this one, but either way, just have a look. It'll either be directly above this one or it'll be directly below this one. Okay, and in it's from my training class. All the dogs are in a down, right? And we teach them impulse control around people. So I'm going around fussing them, running around in circles, stepping over them, and the dogs are expected to hold their down. One of the clients mentions their dog's name, then repeats the word down. That is the one dog that actually breaks the down, because when the dog's name is mentioned followed by down, the dog's anticipating it's being recalled back to the owner. Okay, so just be very careful about how and when you use your dog's name. Make sure there's a positive association attached to the dog's name. Never use the dog's name in a negative connotation, ever. Alright, ever. Okay, what you're looking for is a super recall, an animated recall, and a dog that's excited that when it hears its name, that's the response you're seeing. You want that. You want the dog, when they hear their name, you want it to elicit an excitable response. Okay, Daisy wasn't the best example to use for this video, even though I was abusing her name. You can see she's clearly very, very animated. The reason she's very animated is because, apart from when I'm doing these silly mistakes with Daisy, these are mistakes that I tend not to make anymore, and this is why we're talking about them, because they're going to help with your dog training. Okay, even though I'm abusing Daisy today, she's very positive, very animated. Okay, but that's because we very rarely make these mistakes. Daisy's used to these training scenarios. Daisy knows what the apple is. But if you're just starting out with your dog, be very careful about abusing their dog's name. Okay, guys? So that's episode 6. I'll see you all guys soon. Cool, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Some of these down. You have to do something for them. I'm not giving them to you for free. Right. Let's do it the right way without annoying the world, abusing your name. Go. Yes. Sit. Down. Sit. Switch. Yes. Down. Down. Good. Good. Switch. Yes. Hill. Jesus. Hill. Hill. Down. Good. Down.